Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Listen, got a question for all the men today. Um, Guys, have you ever went out on a date with a woman and you kind of blew the first date, and she like never ever called you back? You've been sitting there wondering, like, wow, like what did I do? You know, it's kind of embarrassing, right? You're waiting for the call, she never calls you back. So, listen, today I want to talk about 5 things you never say to a woman on the first date. All right, let's get into it when we come back right here on the next episode of the Transfer True podcast. All right, welcome back, everybody. So today we're talking about 5 things you never say to a woman on the first date. All right, so let's get right into it. Number one, all right, guys, never ask a woman, "Hey, can I get a kiss?" That is a bad move. All right, listen, asking a woman for any kind of like affection or physical intimacy on the first date is a bad sign, and she's probably not going to call you back again. For most women, some women may be okay with it. Most women, they're not okay with you getting all physical on the first date. All right. Number two, the second thing you never say is, "Hey, you know what? The Lord says you're my wife." Ah, don't do that. All right. If you tell a woman on the first date that the Lord says you're my wife, you're probably going to scare her. She's going to run. She's probably never going to talk to you ever again. All right. If the Lord did say that to you, I would just keep it to myself for a while. All right. At least until you get to the point of maybe you're ready to propose and be engaged. But don't say that on the first date. All right, guys. All right, number three, never ask a woman for any kind of money on the first date. You really shouldn't be asking at all. But I mean, I've heard horror stories from women about men asking them for money on the first date. All right, normally centered around 3 things: the meal, some bills, or some kind of deal. All right, so, or I forgot my wallet. Can you help me out with my portion of the meal? Or, oh my gosh, I'm really behind in some kind of debt that I got to pay. You might help me out. You know, can I hold something? And she's like, I just met you. Or, oh man, these new shoes are coming out next weekend. Like, hey, can I borrow like $40 to get these shoes? I promise I'll pay you back. Like, guys, it's a no. Never ever ask a woman for money. All right, especially on the first date. That's a clear way for her not to ever call you back again. All right. All right. Number four, guys, and again, these are not all the things, but these are just a few that I've heard that women say, and I posted different polls. All right. So number four, never ask a woman about a previous relationship. All right. So most women don't want to talk. I mean, some women don't mind, but most women don't want to talk about, their past relationship. Hey, you're sitting there at dinner and your first question, "Hey, so tell me about your last relationship. What went wrong with that? What if she got abused, or what if something really bad happened? What if he left her at the altar or something crazy?" You know what I mean? So never ask a woman about a previous relationship. All right. On the first date, it's not a really good sign. All right. Number five. All right. Never say that your date reminds you of somebody else. All right. That's a big no. You're sitting like, "Wow, you left this girl from high school I used to date." You know, you could be trying to break the ice or something like that, but that's not a good icebreaker, right? So never compare your date to somebody else you dated in the past. All right. So those are my 5. You know what? Because I love you guys so much, because I love my brothers, I'm gonna give you guys a bonus one. All right. So using using improper English, all right, will probably guarantee that you won't get a second date. Some women don't care. They love, I guess a guy who keeps it real and who's, I guess, from the streets. I hear a lot of women saying they want a Christian thug, but some women, the whole not being able to use the English language properly thing is a big turnoff. You know what I mean? So like, you guys are on a date, you're in the park, you're walking, you're holding hands. It's real romantic. You're just taking in all the scenery. All of a sudden, lights and sirens starts going off, and she's like, "What was that?" And you're like, "Oh, I think it was an ambulance." So, guarantee you, if you say ambulance on the first date, she's probably not going to call you back. Or if you start talking about your kids needing to go to the library, you probably won't get a second date. All right, guys. So listen, make sure you do your best at trying to speak correct and proper English. All right. If you really want to impress a very nice, intelligent woman. All right. So those are my 5. Guys, I gave you a bonus. All right. Ladies, if you can think some more, you want to share a story, something that happened on your first date that you that kind of was a turn off that scared you away. Go ahead and share it in the comments. Or men, if you're not afraid, If you want to share something that you did on the first date that kind of turned the woman off, let's talk about it in the comments. All right. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Pastor Terron. I'll see you guys next time on the Transform By You podcast.